The very nature of God is godly. But the moment we say, let's say in a different language, in Sanskrit, Paramatma, or in other Eastern philosophies, what we refer to as Ishwar, or in Hindi, Bhagavan, the very connotation of God as existence does not give out the same message as Paramatma. Does God and Paramatma the same? It sounds the same. Once you say God, maybe the picture that gets created in your mind may not be exactly the same as Paramatma or Ishwar. The word God has been misconstrued, and the ones who believe in formless God have created a hell lot of mess in the world. The very nature of this creation is immaculately woven in divinity. Something which cannot be perceived through our senses cannot be described either. If one describes in a way that brings about different perspective towards understanding things in a much deeper way, even the deepest of deep notion of God is just a notion. Even the deepest of wisdom of God is a wisdom only. The fact is, there is no word to describe God, and there is no need to describe God. Maybe the God word has been used to do so many evil things in the world. Those who talked about God in absolute clarity as if they have seen themselves are the ones who have created a hell lot of havoc in the world, have created massive upheaval of different kind in the world. It has resulted in many tragedies in life, many genocides. So anything that culminates in the killing of human beings certainly cannot be a religion or God. Because the moment the religion is uttered, the God comes up. That's the problem. So we have always identified religion as God. Religious person is a God-fearing person. This is what we always think of. A religious person has to be a God-fearing person only, without which God won't exist. It means God uses a stick. He brandishes the stick called religion to cause fear in the people. Is it true? It may sound really awkward, but the religions today are being used as a kind of parameter set by faith and beliefs which were appropriate during that period of time but becoming obsolete. The word God cannot define anything. It's just a word. The word Paramatma can also not define anything. If it is defined in a way that creates faith in you and you take a bow before the name, that's really good. But the same word is being used to create fear in you. The same word is being used to malign or discredit or bring down any specific dogmas, which could be good to devastate one thing in order to bring about transformation in one aspect which is needed. So the word God doesn't have to be a word which makes you feel really faithful or stressed about. That's why there are many people in the world today. They are just being fine who they are. Someone finds God in the tree, wants to take care of the nature. Without which we cannot survive. The one we cannot see, we fight about. The one we can see and which gives us life, we are hell-bent on destroying it. The one that cannot be seen through our senses is worshipped as Almighty. The one because of which we survive are neglected or resorted to destruction by our own hands. So the God comes only into our experience. The God that you feel is very different from the God that I feel. Everyone feels differently. So whose God is it anyway? Whose God is it? Because the God that you feel is very different from the God that I feel. The God that you talk about being formless, or it is very much in the form of something, is also a cause of mental deduction that one has created to create faith in the people. And the same ideal is presented to someone, and if the person does not believe in it, does not take a bow before it. It's just a piece of chiseled stone. So the word God doesn't have to be godly. The word God doesn't have to be someone in the state of samadhi or someone being in a particular stage. It could be the life itself. The life that you have is most precious and sacrosanct. Life is sacrosanct as it is. You don't need to add meaning to it by creating a God out of it. The God does not represent himself or herself in a form or body. It is the very God within us that gets represented the way the God could be perceived. It is the God that resides in us that is connected to the energy that permeates through every layer of this existence. And that happens with you. That doesn't happen by going to a specific place or shrine. It happens because you have a certain way of life. You have a certain way of doing things in life. So if you program yourself to lead a certain way of life, maybe the path will be created for you. A path will be made out of your curiosity and your keenness towards understanding of life as it is. And as you understand this life as it is, you will see that there is a grace and love and compassion which has been ingrained into everything in this life. There is love and compassion into each and everything that is around you. Everything has been served with massive love. Everything has been given in the service of compassion, and that compassion, beyond any reasoning, beyond any words, beyond any connotations, should be the service of the Almighty, the God. So serving and loving all without discrimination, without any prejudices, without any dogmas, without any theories, just the way it is, should be the purpose of life, should be the purpose towards serving the very existence of this nature, whether we call it God, whether we call it Paramatma or Ishwar, if we do not honor the life itself and seek God, someone out of life, then God will always elude us. Because God, as we speak, exists in the word that I speak, in the words anyone speaks. Make each action of us as it is, each moment of life, a matter of service to God. And as you are aligned with it, everything will come revealing itself. So just be synced with the nature, just be with the nature. Everything will just come up. Everything will be paved towards you. Everything will be known to you as you pass through the passage of getting more and more aligned with your own being, which is nothing but part of this entire cosmic energy of your existence. Because everything coming in your experience, nothing can exist outside as it is. Nothing can exist outside as it is. I can hear the chirping of these birds because I'm available to it. Suppose that if I took any substance which can knock me off, I won't be available to this chirping of the bird, would I? I won't be able to hear the chirping of this bird. So everything is coming into my experience because I am available, my senses are available. So each moment of your life, each breath of your life should be taken towards understanding, the deeper understanding of life, and that is to be in sync with everything around you. To be in sync with everything that is the way it is at all time, without any attachments. And as these attachments go away, you are elevated enough to see things just the way they are. Not how you perceive it, because how you perceive it depends on how elevated you are. So just to make sure that each action of yours or each action of ours shall be towards making ourselves available to everything that is happening around us. And it starts with awareness. Just bring yourself to some level of awareness. The tree will start speaking to you. The birds will start making meaning to you. Everything around us will start making meaning. And that happens, we all would be elevated to know something much deeper than what has been put into our brain. Just be open, just be receptive.